Well, neighbors, this is a very sad day on the farm. Not all animal rescues are happy endings, and you can see our little manger here is empty, and we've had a loss. And it's real hard when you've worked so hard day in and day out for over a week and a half to keep this little fella alive. And but sometimes it just doesn't work out. So Miracle said she'd tell you the story, and so we'll see how that goes.
My daddy has a bad habit of telling me not to get too attached to something. But it's hard not to. So, I was given my little baby calf 8 days ago. And he was a little preemie baby, or just very, very tiny. You could tell because his little hooves weren't completely developed, and he was just tiny. He was teeny-tiny. And I had great professional farm friends come over and help me with him. I had a dear friend that has a dairy farm, and they gave me colostrum to feed him. And for the first 12 hours I had him, he drank 2 bottles of colostrum, so we knew he had all the nutrients he needed to survive, but he just never perked up. And a couple days after I got him, he wasn't showing any improvement, so we gave him some mineral and vitamin shots to see if that would perk him up any, and for a couple days it didn't.
And he had antibiotics just in case of infection.
And antibiotics. We made sure he had everything he needed to succeed if he was going to. And about 4 or 5 days after we got him, it was Wednesday of this week, he started finally eating on his own. I had been using a goat, what is it called?
Drench.
Syringe to feed him some of his meals because he would not take a bottle at all. And so Wednesday this past week he finally took a bottle, and the whole family was excited because this showed that he was strong enough and willing to eat.
Is that good?
And he drank for 2 days, and his daily schedule was he'd sleep in this building at night because it was too cold, and during the day, in the late time in the morning, I'd take him outside and he'd be in the sunshine. So he'd stay warm, but I didn't want him to get so comfortable in the warm that he wouldn't be able to be in the cold later. So I'd keep him out until it got a little chilly, and then as soon as his little nose started getting cold, I'd bring him in the house and he'd lay on my lap while our family watched a show or I did homework in the evenings until he got warmed back up. And then I'd feed him his supper and bring him back up here. And then 2 days after he started eating good, he stopped again. And after that, he never had an appetite again, and he slowly got weaker and weaker until this morning he had passed. And Daddy found him so I wouldn't have to. I'm so bad at getting attached. One of my favorite quotes of all things, it was a Super Bowl commercial 7 years ago, and it's Paul Harvey, and it's called "So God Made a Farmer." And one of my favorite quotes in it was, "I need somebody to stay up all night with a newborn cold and watch it die, then the next day dry his eyes, and say maybe next year, so God made a farmer, and that's what I am, and that's what I'm gonna do."
Thank you, sweetie.
You want some more? You want some more? You get it? You get it? He's about to finish a pint. Is that good? Oh my goodness. What you looking for? He has never looked for milk. You want some more? See if he'll take the bottle. No? Yeah, tried it. Oh my gosh! He has never opened his mouth for it.